Wani with us, we have Tim and Zen from NE OBLIVISCARIS. How are you doing, guys?
Very good, wonderful. Good to be here.
So, first trip to India, first trip outside your country where you guys are playing.
Japan and China.
But you guys have been to Japan earlier.
Yeah, and in 2013 we did a couple-week tour through other parts of Asia.
Awesome, and you're heading with Flishcard again.
That's right.
In June.
Yeah.
And two other Australian bands. I have the NE and Cyclops.
Awesome. They have a new album coming up as well.
Yes, they do.
Very soon.
Fantastic. So tonight, I don't know how well versed you are with the Indian fans who listen to your music. So preparations for the gig and what's that special you guys are going to bring in today? Of course, the music.
Yeah, I guess we really have no idea what to expect. That's the awesome thing about going somewhere new that we haven't been. We've had a lot of people asking us to come to India over the last year or two, and so we're really excited to be here and to meet some of the fans, which we've already been doing today, and just put on hopefully a great show that everyone loves and connect with everyone here in India.
That's awesome, and I remember the faces you guys when you were recording a video for your the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
And they were very serious faces, and I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And then boom, everything changed in the span of hours, I think, right? Everything pretty much changed in the span of hours. So it was the whole experience of getting to know that it's not just Australia where your fan base, but it's slowly establishing overall.
I guess, it's, for us, it's a little overwhelming. If it wasn't for the internet and that sort of thing, we would be solely sort of within Australian shows with Australians. So the outside exposure has essentially allowed us to sort of branch out a little more and get more fans from places that even we haven't even heard of before. So it's, I guess, really rewarding for us. So, absolutely.
Awesome. And you had a tour with Beyond Creation in December, before the Christmas. How did it all go? I was very sure about Simon being very excited to come over to Australia and play with you guys. So how did the entire tour went?
It was amazing. It was the biggest Australian headline tour we've ever done. And we were really fortunate to have an amazing band in Beyond Creation come all the way from Canada to support us on a tour, and they were incredible every night. They put on a great show and really cool guys, so we had so much fun with them. And, that was just after our new album Citadel had come out, and all the Australian fans really brought it big time to the shows. Like, I think every single show on that tour was the biggest show we'd ever done in that city, which is what you want when you put out a new album. You hope to just get a little bit bigger every time you put out a new release, and it was great to do that to launch the tour, and then after that it's the rest of the world, and so the first stop being India.
Awesome, and they're your label mates, so any upcoming tours with any other band, probably for after your so many festivals you are covering this year, so any such tours happening later this year with your label mates or something outside?
I guess lots of stuff is in the works. Like we're doing some shows in Japan with Fleshcard Apocalypse and in June. And then after that, we do headline show in Israel. And we go
you're heading to Israel as well? Awesome.
Yeah, and then we go to Europe and we're doing some big festivals like Grasspop in Belgium and
Hellfest
in France.
Soundwave as well?
Yeah, we're doing Soundwave in Australia and all this sort of stuff. And
I guess we're playing with a lot of season of miss bands around those festivals, but as per sort of club shows, just touring with a band, we'd love to do that, but it's
still in the works.
Work in progress.
Yeah,
so
we've got a few more tours.
Awesome. Now, talking about the new album, I had a discussion with Tim 2 months ago regarding the album, but it's always great to see how you guys fuse in that extreme side of yours with that softer side of yours, which his vocals bring in, and also the violin which brings into the picture. So how do you guys write it? With what mindset do you guys start? Is it always like, it begins with a riff, but how does his vocals come in, and then your vocals and his violin? So how do you guys arrange it together? Because arrangement is what makes it very, very interesting as a band.
Yeah. I think I guess we all come from really different backgrounds. So, and I guess because we all come from different backgrounds, I guess we're learning from each other as we write and to see, and we give each other space to feel sort of in parts. And I guess at the end of the day, because we all want to make it work, so we all have to compromise for the bigger picture. And and as we're doing that, we've learned to understand each other more, and we've learned to sort of appreciate what everyone else in the band does. So I think it's, you know, I guess everyone. That's good timing.
It's a nice riff.
Yeah, I think it's just about us working together. You know, we're very different, but we have a little bit in common, and so we just try to find that middle ground. And like when trying to work out what instrument works best where, it's just like forgetting about ego or anything like that, and just doing whatever suits the song, whatever suits the music. You know, so we go to bed and we understand we've been working together for a long time, many years. So we understand, okay, this bit, you know, we can take it in this direction or that direction. Do we do a guitar solo or a violin solo, or do we do clean vocals, or do we do heavy vocals? You know, we'll have those discussions together, and you know, sometimes both of us will have an idea for the same section, and we might both try it out. We might decide, oh no, like we'll put Zen there, and Tim, you don't do anything. Or there's sometimes in our music we'll go, you know what, it actually sounds really cool having violin and heavy vocals at the same time, or you know, all those different things. We're pretty open to letting people try ideas so that we can just do as many different things as possible. You know, we try not to say no to different ideas. You know, we try to be as open-minded as we can.
It's awesome to see why the album is like a journey from A to Z. Kind of reminds me of Scenes from the Memory. You know, how that story flows. That's what I feel, that Portal of Fire was like too much for your fans to absorb. I mean, you guys wrote it over the period of 5 years, I guess. I mean, right from the formation of the band till it was released. So it was way too much for fans to absorb. I mean, everything was happening in that album. So and then to write a well-focused direction album like Citadel. So I mean, how was it for you guys to actually try to focus on things rather than going everywhere?
I think the thing for us with writing was just focusing on the songs, and we really didn't think too much about the bigger picture. So I mean, Portal of I was written over so many years, and you know, it was 9 years after our first rehearsal that it finally came out. Right. And so we had just like 2 hours of music to choose from, so it was pretty long because we had so much we wanted to fit on. Whereas this was written over about 6 months, and it was more just, you know, we started with a few ideas and then we kept expanding, and then it was like, okay, well, we got this part of the album, this part of the album. We were trying to work out how to start it and finish it and put it all together, and it, you know, and I think because it was written in such a close amount of time instead of over years, just over a few months, I think that's why it sounds so focused. And instead of being all over the place stylistically, you know, there's still a lot of genres and stuff like that within the songs, but it's probably, I guess, the result of just writing it in that quick time frame.
Right.
You know, I think we didn't know if writing in a quick time frame would be good or bad, because you know, some bands, they have to write it.
It must be challenging for you to actually, you know, keep that in mind, that you have a certain, you know, amount of time where you need to complete rather than having a whole year to write.
I guess it made us more. I think it made us more efficient and kind of work together a little better. So we all have a common goal. So that's the aim too. And essentially for that, it was to write the best piece of music that we could at that point in time. So you know, there you have it.
And how about your plans of actually, you know, replicating that vibe? Is it like you guys want to explore something when you're on stage and try to let it flow rather than, you know, focusing too much on the accuracy?
I think I think we tend to, we don't want to be able to write something and not be able to play it live. We want to be able to replicate that to fans.
Okay.
But at the same time, it still needs to have a feel.
Yeah, we're not going to stand still and be boring to watch. You know, we want it to be a great show visually as well as, you know, the sound that people are hearing. But yeah, like Sen said, you know, we will practice really hard to make sure that absolutely everything that's on the album we can play note for note, so that we can come out here and you know, fans hear it exactly like it is on the record at the shows.
That's awesome. And how do you guys work on the lyrics? Has there any been like difference in the opinion on, okay, I want this to be here or something like that?
Yeah, no, it's pretty easy. Zen does all of the lyrics and I sing them.
Yeah.
All my parts.
Yeah, I mean, lyrically, generally I'll go to the guys with an idea.
Okay.
I'll have the lyrics written and a general sort of meaning behind those lyrics, and see if the band has any, you know, if they approve them or if they have anything, you know, if they don't feel that they feel those lyrics, then, you know, I may change them. Generally, there's no issues. No one's had any issues really. So, and I think
when the band first started, I didn't sing at all. Okay. And so Zen was the only vocalist and he did all the lyrics. So then when I started singing, I would just sing a line here, a line there, and because Zen was doing a whole big song with the lyrics, he would do my parts as well. And his and I lyrical style are very different, and so and you know the band sort of started with his direction, and so we just wanted to basically keep that, and so yeah, we sort of let him do his thing, and you know, it's a good extra.
How
artistic
well are you
aspect.
guys influenced by Dream Theater? Let's say, I mean, at least as personal, you know, level.
Personal, like,
Not really.
not for me. I don't listen
Okay.
to Dream Theater at all.
Well, not really for Zen, but
I appreciate what they do,
Mm-hmm.
and their musicianship is flawless. But for me, I don't feel that. Well, the
You
rest
don't
of the
relate
guys-
to the music?
No, I don't. It
But this
doesn't-
is what we're saying before. Like we're all very different, but we
right.
have a bit in common. So maybe not Zen that much. But before you said that you compared the flow of Citadel to
Right,
Scenes from a
yeah,
Memory.
Memory.
I reckon that's just about the biggest compliment we've ever gotten, because for me, Scenes from a Memory by Dream Theater is one of the best albums of all time. So and I remember. You know, I actually met John Petrucci a few months ago, and I talked
I
to
saw
him.
the photograph you guys had uploaded.
Yeah, and I talked to him about how that album inspired to some direction for me the way I wanted this album to flow. So the music is completely different, but that idea of just the music flowing start to finish, you know, it's a wonderful thing when bands can do that, I think. And you know, there's Scenes from a Memory. I mean, Between the Buried and Me did it with Colours. There's a few other records like that, like progressive, you know, metal bands that have managed to do that and pull it off really well. So I guess like taking a little bit of influence from bands that you admire and then doing it, turning into your own different thing.
So if let's say a layman comes and asks you, how would you tag, label your band? I mean, at what particular genre? Now, this is a very irritating question, and I know you don't like the band to get labeled. I personally don't like that. But
What's the thing on
I mean, you have
the Facebook
so much
page?
experience happening.
I think on our Facebook page, from memory, it might be melodic, extreme,
I think it's progressive,
melodic,
extreme
metal.
metal.
Holy shit. Okay, that's
With
it.
violin.
That could be anything, really. I mean, at the same time, we could just say we're maybe progressive metal. Or,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I sometimes joke that we're an extreme, we're a prog band masquerading as an extreme metal band.
Sounds good. So, a last message to your fans who will be seeing you tonight here and Guwahati as well. So, anything? Shoot.
Come down. Yeah,
Come
well,
down,
we're excited to be here.
show some love,
It's
and the more you guys give, the more we give.
we're just so excited to be here in India. You know, we got here about a day and a half ago, and it's just been incredible. Just spending some time around Bangalore, and we're really excited for our first ever shows in India, and very grateful to be here.
Very beautiful country and beautiful people.
Let me tell you something. You'll have a crazy, it'll be a great time in Guwahati. The fans there are crazy.
Yeah.
I've had an experience of seeing Dying Fetus there, and it was over the top. And you're gonna love it there. Let me tell you that. So thanks, guys, once again. I had a great honor of
Thank
having
you.
a chat with you, and I
appreciate
look forward to see you guys live today.
Excellent.
And yeah, that's about it.
Thank you very much.
So, can you give